Biochemistry research papers may look complicated from the outside, but once you understand the structure, it becomes a step-by-step scientific story. Everything begins with one thing, a focused research question. Instead of trying to study everything, narrow it down. Maybe it's how a protein reacts to a drug, how enzymes behave under stress, or how a biochemical marker relates to disease. A strong paper starts with a clear objective because unclear questions lead to weak research. The next step is literature review. Before doing experiments, researchers dive into previous studies to understand what's already known and where the gap exists. This is where your paper finds its purpose. Once the research gap is clear, it's time for methodology, the heart of every biochemistry paper. This section must explain every experiment in detail: sample preparation, lab techniques, chemicals used, instruments, and statistical methods. Whether you're using PCR, spectrophotometry, ELISA, or chromatography, clarity matters more than complexity. If another scientist cannot repeat your experiment, your research loses value. Then comes data collection and results. This is where many beginners make mistakes. Don't overload your paper with raw numbers. Use clean graphs, tables, and images to highlight patterns and significant findings. Let the data tell the story logically. And remember, results are not explanations. Save interpretation for the discussion section. Now comes the most important part, the discussion. This is where you explain what your findings actually mean. Did your experiment support the hypothesis? How do your results compare with previous studies? Were there unexpected outcomes? Strong discussions don't just repeat data, they connect science to bigger biological or medical implications. And if there were limitations in your study, mention them honestly. Transparency builds scientific credibility. After that, write a concise conclusion that summarizes the key discovery and future scope of the research. Then, focus on references and formatting. Most journals have strict guidelines, and even excellent research can face rejection because of poor formatting or citation errors. Tools like Mendeley or Zotero can make citation management much easier. Finally, revise your paper multiple times. Check grammar, flow, figure labels, plagiarism, and scientific accuracy. Because publishing a biochemistry paper is not just about lab work, it's about communicating science clearly, ethically, and convincingly. And when your research is written well, it doesn't just stay inside a laboratory, it becomes knowledge the world can build upon.